Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sunday streams. I already see people in the chat. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy that I'm actually here today. I was kind of debating on not streaming today because if you don't know from last stream, it was my birthday. I think it was Wednesday on the 5th. Can't remember if that was Wednesday, Thursday at this point. My brain's all over the place. And I was up late last night, so I'm a little bit tired today, but I still want to, I just feel like streaming. I want to play some games. I honestly love spending time with you guys here in the chat as well, so I'm very excited. And we're playing a brand new game today, so I'm actually curious to see what Doki Doki Literature Club is going to be like. Hello, everybody. You're still on the birthday high. Yeah, man. I'm on the low right now of the birthday part because I like went to bed at like 2 a.m. maybe last night or maybe even later than that, and I didn't get a great sleep. So happy missed birthday. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm excited because I have no idea what to expect from this game. I will get it started up here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long and we don't have a lot of issues. If you guys can let me know if my camera covers anything in the game, because I realized that when I was playing Hollow Knight, I got too into Hollow Knight and didn't realize for like 2 streams that I was covering the health and everything. So hopefully I'm not covering anything in this game. All right, so I'm opening it up here. Let's hope that this just goes and it works, right? Hello, Little Pot. Hello, Gods Be Like. Hello, Power Flat Screen Universe. Sorry, I think I missed some chats at the beginning because when it connected, I only see the recent ones. But, all right. It looks like everything's working. Can everyone hear audio all right? It looks like it's working on my end. My graduation has been boring. There's no high for me. Aw. To be fair, like, I didn't even, like, go to my... Well, I went to my high school graduation, but after I graduated from university, I didn't even go to that graduation because I find them very boring. So, what ending did you get in Hollow Knight? We only got, I think it was one of the bad endings. I haven't played again since, but we went in and we unlocked, or we like still played for a bit longer. And I can't remember which percentage we got to, if it was like 85%. I might play more of Hollow Knight, but those would be more like an impromptu stream when I'm feeling like playing more of it, just because I wanted to just focus on the main story first. Are your game files open? I don't know what you mean by that. Are my game files open? Oh, did you read the Steam description? I did. I don't remember. Let me go check it out again, just to make sure I'm not missing anything here. I did read, though, that one of the user-defined tags for this game is psychological horror, and I'm very confused by that, but also very interested. So I have no idea what... Yeah, this game is not suitable for children and those who are easily disturbed. That's like one of the main things you keep reading. Yeah, no spoilers, please. Power Flat Screen Universe, because you are a mod of the chat, I give you permission. If someone spoils something, you can like time them out and remove the chat message just so I don't see it. If you can do it quick enough, maybe I won't see it. But I hear that spoilers would really suck in this game, so we want to try to avoid those as much as possible. Also, if you spam chat enough, when someone puts a spoiler in there, I won't be able to see it because unless I scroll back. So if someone spoils something, go ahead and spam in the chat spoiler, and then I won't look up, okay? That's what you guys are gonna do to help me out here today. For a proper dating sim, Dream Daddy probably would have been better. Nah, that's okay, that's okay. But the thing is, though, reading psychological horror has now... It piqued my interest, and now I want to know what this game is gonna be like. Add a bit of delay, maybe? There should be a delay. I think there's already like the standard delay, but I think because I'm using a multi-platform streaming tool right now, I think like my YouTube chat is delayed a little bit more, so I don't want to add too much delay because then it's hard to talk to you guys. So if I need to add more, I can, but I think we'll start with this, we'll see how it is. And hopefully people, you know, just being nice and won't spoil stuff for me, but you never know, someone might just join the chat. Alright, let's just jump right in though. I've been chatting with you guys for a bit here. I want to see what this game is like. So I'm just going to put in just Draco as my name here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to have to do so much reading and I'm tired today. So this is going to be hilarious. Also, just going off looks, who's your favorite at the moment? Ooh, okay, I should have looked at that before. Let me go back to my thumbnail that I made. I can actually take a quick look again. Is there a way I can zoom in on this? Going off of who's my favorite. In my thumbnail, I think I like the one on the right the most. And I'm probably being very biased because it looks closer to my wife than anything. but yeah, just based off looks, that's probably who I would pick. I don't even know any of their names, so I'm going off of complete randomness. Anyways, question mark, hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The one with the white bow? Let me just double check. Is that the white bow? Yes, white bow. You are correct, whoever that one is. So there's an annoying girl, apparently. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Is that right? Sayori? Am I saying that correctly? Not the purple hair one. The one with the white bow. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I could get behind that. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Say Rory? Oh, say Rory. Okay. I'll see if I can remember that so I don't mess it up. No one tell him about her. Oh no. Oh no. This might end up really funny. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Haha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Draco. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in... Oh my gosh, already starting. It is Sayori? Okay. So you just mistyped it. So I did say it correctly. I guess you don't have in you to be mean even if you want to. No, I actually can't be super mean, even if I want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Best girl. You know what? I like the weird ones, so... We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Draco, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Yeah, what club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Man, why do I sound like a really mean person? Subjetix? Hi, welcome to the stream. Did you just say hi, sub? Did you call me a sub? Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. This is hitting too close to home, guys. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because of you not used to being real world. What is NEET? I don't even know what that is. MC isn't mean, he's just very dumb. Man, I just said it hits too close to home, and then you're just like saying that it's just he's dumb. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. You have a channel, the name is the same, you have 14 subs. You post Valorant videos? Well, hello, welcome to the channel. Not in education, employment, or training. Oh, okay, that's what that means? Not in education, employment, or training. That's actually a very long abbreviation. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Yeah, that's how I remember school as well. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori! Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some help, some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yes? There's no way I'm going to your club. Man, I feel like this guy, MC's mean here. What the heck? Nico, hello. Meanie. See, she says, she agrees with me, okay? I feel like I'm not even, like, in the game. I'm just sitting here just, like, making fun of that. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Note that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Interesting. All right, I gotta take a sip of, I was gonna say water, but this is not water. I need a little bit of caffeine to keep myself awake here. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to go to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told you the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! She tricked me there with cupcakes. This the DLC version of the game, right? I just got the free game, so I have no idea. You're Turkish, so I can't understand what you're saying. Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know any other languages either, so unless I translate, I can't really communicate. Is there a separate DLC that costs money for this game, Power Flat Screen Universe? I know there's like the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I don't have that though. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Did you see DDLC Plus? I did see it, I didn't buy it though. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Draco, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. I feel like that would happen to me in real life too. If I joined like an all-girls club, all the words would just kind of like stop coming out and just sit there silently. So this is the one I was talking about at the beginning, but apparently I'm going to realize something later. Then you just have the base game, I suppose. I do just have the base game. Now, if I get Plus later, does that mean I have to replay the whole thing? Probably, right? I didn't want to spend money on it if it was already free, right? I didn't know it was like anything big difference. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Draco. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Okay. So wait, she's like the popular one. Well, I wouldn't have picked that if that's what I knew, but I went just solely off looks, so... It just comes with more stories and extras, and that's all I'll say. Okay. So if I were to get the plus version later, would I have to restart everything though? Or would I be able to like get it later and then continue the game? Come on, sit down, Draco. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped... Oh no, I right-clicked! She's grabbed a wrapped what? Oh, right-click just does this. Okay. Wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Okay, I figured out that right-click just hides the chat, and I freaked out a little bit. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! I'm not sure, no one's ever done that before. Really? Well, I will be the first, I guess? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Bye. Alright, see ya, Subjet X. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard somewhere before? Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you dummy. Oh my gosh. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. I wouldn't know. Sundeer alert. The thing is, I don't even know what these words mean because I'm not like I'm not too into anime, so I'm gonna need you guys to teach me what all this means. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiled to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? It wasn't really my choice. It was the cookies. I was afraid of this question. I did it again. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of a literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. That's fair enough. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Fair enough. I feel like I wouldn't join a literature club normally. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Thank God for the text box, even though everyone is 18. Yes, right everyone. Yes, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Draco, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. I feel like this is hitting too close to home. Like, I don't really read a lot of books, so I would also struggle answering this question. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. That's fair. I do the same thing, but with video games, right? Are you MC? I don't think there's qualities I see that are definitely similar, but I don't think I would be this, I wouldn't respond in a lot of the ways that this person is. That's wild. I can't imagine a sane person to get attached to these characters by the end of the game. Well, I mean, we're probably going to get a lot of character development through this game, so it's probably going to feel a lot more... you'll probably build, a lot of that attachment as we play through it. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I read a horror books once. I did it once, One day when I was back in school, I finished one of the books they wanted us to read. I desperately grasped something I can relate to a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. If it's about books, yes. I got attached to Yuri and Monica at the end. I feel like I'm gonna probably get attached to some characters as I read through it, because as character development, that always happens in games, right? It's like Undertale, right? The whole game is about you getting attached to the characters through the story, and you learn more and more about it. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or take me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I can agree with this statement, right? Because a lot of horror movies, there is like you got like the whole development of the villain or bad guy, and depending on how it's approached, you can make like a really good like villain or origin story type thing. Undertale is kind of Undertale is definitely different, but I just mean it's the idea is there, right? It's just a lot of story, character development, a lot of reading. If there was no reading about like their origin and everything, you wouldn't really empathize with those characters at all. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it aloud. And give that back. Fine, fine. You cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Theory slides are... Theory... What is that word? I think that is supposed to be slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. That is definitely not the correct word. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Or siddles? Is siddles a word? Wait, let me go check. Is that actually a word? Siddle. Walk in furtive, unobtrusive, or a timid manner. It's a word. How do you pronounce it? Sidles. That's how you pronounce it? Oops, I didn't mean to click. Oh, I hope I didn't miss some text. Oh, I literally just Googled it. Thank you, Krutor. I was literally just Googling it the moment I saw your message. Yeah, I noticed a second too late. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I'm trying to type how it's pronounced. Yeah. I've never seen that word before, so I'm already learning new literature as I'm here. Yuri, I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Draco? Oh no. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. I never said I'd be here. What the heck? Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have the other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh no, dude, I'd be under peer pressure, like, oh, I'm sorry, I just made fun of literature. Oh, by the way, the thing Jackbox Party works out with, get the 6th one, definitely the best one. Yeah, I would love to play some games that, like, interact with the chat. I think that would be, or, like, just with the streaming community, because I think that would be a lot of fun. But I don't know what games would be the best to do that. All four girls stare back at me. Oh no. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Draco, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Is it a lot of fun? I'm enjoying it so far. It's kind of fun. Oh, dude, you got Cuphead for your birthday? Congrats, man. I didn't know you didn't have Cuphead. You gotta go through and beat it on Expert now. That'll be fun. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. So the only reason why my character wants to join this club is because there's 4 attractive women in it. Oh, I realize your name, Sayori, in the chat. That's funny. And not to brag, but I did work in that game. You did work in that game? Oh yeah? Do you mean like you've actually worked on the game, or you put work into it? Like you just, you put in a lot of time. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Do I actually have to write a poem, or does it like just auto-generate for the game? Because I am not a poem writing person. And he's joining for Hot Girl. Yeah, specifically, right? Monica looks over at me once more. Draco, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Atsuki clean up their food. Hey Draco, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. I did like 4 bosses on Expert first try. Oh man. Dude, you got the skills. I definitely got better in Cuphead after I played it a couple times though. Like there were some bosses I could do my first try on Expert and I was shocked. Yay. Alright, we're walking home. With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. Before should I actually be saving in here? Like, I don't know if like the saves does it auto save? Oh no, that's auto mode. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the girls. No, turn off auto. Save. Ah. Cool. Now that you've gotten to know the girls, who's your favorite? Ooh, good question. Based off of what I have there, I do like Yuri because she likes horror, and I'm also very fascinated by like not books, but like horror movies and just horror stories. And I do like some horror games as well, so that's definitely up there. Man, I don't know. I think it would be a tie between Yuri and Natsuki because Natsuki also kind of reminds me of my wife in a way, just because she's the cute, innocent one who's always like, kind of talks like that. Yuri, yeah. She's definitely up there because I do like horror stuff. So I do have to say that I would agree with what she was saying. Have I played BioShock? I have, but it's been a while since I played it. I probably played it like 8+ years ago at this point. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. I don't mind Monica, but I was not expecting her to be like that when I was basing it just off of appearance. So the middle 2 right now. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yuri is my second favorite, but Sayori is my girl. The thing is, it's hard to pick. I picked Monica first because I didn't know nothing about them. But I think Monica has actually gone to the bottom of my list now because she's like personality-wise is so far off from what I would normally say. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, okay, so we have to pick a poem. Ooh, okay. So we have to pick words. I kind of like unending, uncontrollable, and anxiety for some reason. This is gonna like, if a therapist ever watches this video, they might learn a lot about me. Uncontrollable, unending. Sure. Tragedy. So Nat or Yuri, huh? Yeah, so far. I mean, I've only really like met them for like 5 seconds. All right, let's see what else we got here. Tragedy, disaster. I feel like, I don't know, I'm more of like, I like the dark kind of stories and stuff. Like, even when I like music, I like kind of like, I don't mind like upbeat music too, but I do like kind of like the lower tones and stuff like that. Depends on my mood, I guess. Let's go tragedy. Wait, I have to do 20 words? Oh my god, I gotta pick faster, don't I? Lazy? Cute is Natsuki, sad is Yuri, and the rest is Sayori. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick whatever words I want here. I don't even know what's gonna happen. So like, because I like the idea of like, if I'm making a poem, I think like sad is I don't know. I like sad poems better, but that's just me. You're picking words you think your favorite will like. Well, okay, but if it's tie between Natsuki and Yuri, I don't know. Because like, I already started picking some, I guess, sad words, right? So should I start picking all sad words just to go for Yuri then? I guess it doesn't matter because there's 20 words, so we could pick more if we wanted to change it up. Nah, we'll just go with what I was trying to do first. We can go like, this is how you choose your route. It's a weird way though to choose because you're just picking words, but I guess it makes sense, right? Massacre. Massacred. I had to click it. Swimsuit. Disorient, sure. Oh, I see. Yeah, I did see that Yuri bounced up there. So when you pick a word, so like, okay, so if I pick marshmallow, honestly, I don't even know which one I would want to pick here. Okay, so that one made Sayori jump. I see. Electricity, ribbon. I could put lust. You're calling me a murderer again? To be fair, I did play Undertale Genocide Route, so I guess that's forever in my blood now. It's never going away. Unstable. Okay, that was for Yuri. So I guess I'll go for Yuri because I already started. There was climax. I didn't see that. Dude, this game. I never even looked. Like, I don't think this game is not safe for work. But if there's anything that's not safe for work, please tell me before I click on it. I don't want to get banned or anything. Like, just starting off my streaming career of getting banned. Anger. Oh wait, how is that Natsuki? I guess, oh, because she's also like moody, right? She's also, like angry. Graveyard. Tenacious. There's pleasure. Sensation. I feel like I've already gone down. For now, you're good. Okay. Let me know before things get, spicy. Chocolate. I'm actually not a fan of chocolate. People think I'm crazy. Like, I'll eat it, but it's like, it's more so just kind of like, if it's the only thing there to eat, I'll eat it. Now, is infinite? Could be a good thing or a bad thing, right? Infinite. Doki Doki. Now, what does Doki Doki mean? Like, does it have a meaning? Because I don't actually know what it means. I just know it from this game. Broken. Secretive. Secretive. That's cool. Death. Oh my god. I've gone down the genocide route again, guys. What's wrong with you unless it's dark chocolate? I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I'm not like the biggest fan of sweets. I'm more of a savory or salty person. I don't mean it as like I'm a salty person. I like salty things. All right, let me get through this a little bit quicker, maybe. I don't know how many I need to hit though. I don't want to mess it up. Flee? Oh my gosh. I don't really want to click on that one. The unalive one. But that's the only negative one. Is this gonna put me down a dark storyline? Did I just put myself in a really bad spot? From what I remember, Doki Doki translate to the pounding of your heart. Oh, that's kind of cool. That makes sense why it's called Doki Doki Literature Club then. All right, I think I have to click it, but I might have just put myself down a really twisted path. Misery. Oh no. Agonizing. Depression. Wait, why was depression her? What? Fear? Oh no. I don't know which... I honestly don't know which one I picked now. Hi again, Draco. Glad to see you didn't run away from... run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's funny. Yuri likes... Ooh. Yeah, maybe I went down this really strange path. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Draco. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. What was that? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. That's what that was. Mine. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Draco always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Sushi, I guess. Anime is Japanese, so I figure they all are samurai anime sushi eating girls. I actually like sushi. I don't eat it often though, but I will eat it when I have the opportunity. And you almost set your house on fire once. That's not a good thing. Is that so? Yeah. That's not a good thing. You shouldn't... You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Draco can become good friends too. Oh no. Sayori? What? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Well, wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Exactly, the game is supposed to be set in Japan, even though it's never mentioned. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. So it's supposed to be in Japan. What is it? What's the gift? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Okay, now my character's trying to turn on the Riz, you know? It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Aw, she's kind of like cute shy, you know? Like, she's trying to be nice. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? That's what I just said! Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm way too close to this main character. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take a book. The book, not a book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Okay. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Ooh, that's not smooth, man. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. I hit right click for some reason. I need to stop doing that. Yuri just stares. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Sure. Yeah, I got to be like, we're on the route of your favorite. Yeah, he's probably enjoying this right now. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Question mark. Well, you know, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it started to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable book. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Does she even remember what it is? The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does it, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. Okay, that's normal. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. What? We literally knew what kind of book she liked, dude. Like, dong. You don't deserve her. Dude, you're still mad about that Undertale genocide run. He's never gonna let that go. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Draco? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Dude, like, how do you... I don't even... She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. That's like a lot of people. You don't show your mind all the time. It's just that she's... blah. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, Then suddenly when you thought you related to that protagonist, they're made out to be this naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. It makes me think of, what's that anime? Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Death Note. Why could I not remember that? Where it's like, I honestly really liked the main character. And I feel bad that, I mean, you know, you always need to have like the good ending to a story, but I would have been totally fine if it all ended where, what was his name? What was the main character's name? Gosh, I cannot remember this anymore. It's been so long since I've watched any Death Note. Have you noticed that Yuri is kind of condescending? I haven't really, no. I'd rather sit at home and rot than actually talking to a human being. Yeah, that's kind of me too. Light Yagami. I honestly would have been so happy if Light Yagami would have just been like, you know, just kind of changed the world, and then that's how it ended. I would have been fine with that. You gotta go, bye, little pot, thanks for stopping by. So they're made out to be this naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thought, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means that you're passionate about reading. At least I can do, the least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. You don't have to read. We're only in a literature club. You stole cookies? Why'd you steal cookies? Aha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the next seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry, I'm not that, I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That's it, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Let me catch up on the chat here. I just realized I spelled your nickname wrong on your little person on my island. All good, man. It's all good. Can you change it? You should be able to, right? She doesn't think manga are real books, and she says she got you a book she thinks you'd like, but instead got you her favorite book. True, that is true. But I will say this, if someone's trying to give someone else a book that, like, if you know someone who doesn't read, you want to give them a book that you know is short and something that you've read before, basically, right? So you're gonna kind of do that where you want to pick a book that you know of and you give it to them. But yeah, I can understand that she basically said, I think you'll like it, but gives me her own favorite book. Because I was hungry. I open the book, start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. Maybe she's Canadian, just like me. We apologize all the time. Yeah, Maddie Patty thought Yuri was condescending too. I haven't got that vibe just yet, though. Maybe if I keep playing, I might notice it, but I haven't thought of it just yet. You're having some trouble with the connection? Is my Twitch stream not connecting properly? Let me just check to make sure. I know, like, I'm still testing out Twitch, like, doing both YouTube and Twitch streaming. I do on both. So, let me just quickly run and check to make sure it's running. Alright, it looks fine to me. Okay. It looks okay to me for now. Let me know if there's any issues with it. Dude, you just called her condescending and then you get mad when someone else calls her condescending. It's okay, man. It's just a game, bro. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, yeah, see, I do that a lot too. I apologize for no reason a lot, and I think that's just I don't think it's actually a Canadian thing to do. I just think I'm a nice person. Or I think I'm a nice person. Maybe I'm also condescending. I don't know. Here, this should work, right? I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Dude, it's like this guy knows how to, like, just at the right moment, just, you know, do a little bit more flirting. That is goated, though. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Ooh, shoulder touches. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Oh man. It's a British thing too, or not, maybe a me thing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is I don't think a lot of Canadians do it, but I do know some people who do it. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me... Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. It's actually funny because if I read something like... so if I'm like with my wife, right? And we're both reading something, she reads it like almost 2 times as fast as me. So I know she likes to read a lot more than me, so it's kind of funny. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finishes the page before me so I can turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Draco, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. I was gonna say, dude, that's kind of a mean thing to say, too. It's a real shame she couldn't join. She could do voices for all the girls. She is much better at voice impressions. Even if I attempted, they would all be butchered. And I'm also like, my voice is not at 100% right now because like obviously yesterday I was doing a lot of talking and hanging out with friends. So I'm glad I still have my voice. It hasn't like gone completely, but it's a little bit raspy right now. See, I can do it because I didn't do genocide. For all we know, you didn't do genocide. You could be lying. You could be a hidden genocide runner of Undertale this whole time. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Are you saying... What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In this case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. Yep, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? It would be funny if there was an option to not write a poem, and then it's just like, when it actually comes up to them like doing the poem in the class, it's like you get kicked out of the club and just like a bad ending of the whole game. Just like, nope, you didn't do a poem. TPC, you're back to confuse me again. I see. I know your antics now. Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Are you gonna do Genocide Run in Deltarune too? I don't know. We'll see. I might just do, like, I wanted to do it for Undertale, but I don't think I want to do it for, like, every single game I play, just because it does take a bit more time, and I mostly am there for the story, so I might not do it. And Krutori, you're saying Deltarune Genocide Run sucks? Okay, it doesn't hit as hard as Undertale Genocide. Yeah, I might not do it, I don't know. We'll see. Who should I show my poem to first? I feel like I should select Yuri, right? Because I feel like after, you know, the book reading we just did, maybe, yeah, I think that's probably best. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads a poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. She's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. I clicked like 10 words, bro. I clicked 10 words. Susie is cool. Love her theme song. By that, I mean I found remixes of her song that slaps so hard. Is that from Deltarune? I don't know much about them, so I'm going to have to check that out. I see you almost got 300 subs. Congrats. Thank you, TPC. Yeah, I do find that, like, if I put out shorts of, like, anything, I do get a lot more subscribers, but I'm kind of lazy when it comes to editing stuff. I like Chris. I like Chris too, meaning myself, I guess. Does that make me a little bit narcissistic? Maybe. I enjoy every moment Lancer is on screen. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm gonna have to see when I play the game. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. That is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Okay. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is the new writers is that they tend to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. That's true. Yeah, that one Hollow Knight short got like 10k views. I know, I want to do more of the Hollow Knight ones, but I realize that some of the fights are just really long, and it's like you can't really, I don't want to like put too much into one short, right? Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts, process behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? That's fair enough. So, ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. I don't know if that's calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay. I'm not like a poetry person, so I don't know this deep meaning behind what it means. She's condescending, but she tries not to be, which is why she's the best. You know what, though? I'd rather have somebody who, when they say something, even if it's condescending, they realize that what they said is not right, and they try to correct themselves, because some people, it's like, if you speak on impulse, you might always say things that are wrong, but if you don't correct yourself, you come off as like condescending, and you don't even try to correct yourself. Not to be rude, but a bit surprising you can read cursive. To be fair, it's not the easiest thing for me, but like I did do cursive when I was in school, so I do know a bit of cursive. It's just more so the reason why, okay, I need to explain. The reason why I suck at reading when it comes to recording is just more of like the performance anxiety that comes up to like not messing up and reading it out loud. Because I don't read out loud often when I'm just sitting there reading a book. Like you don't just sit there and read and talk out loud, right? You'll understand the poems at the end of the game. If you don't, I'll explain. Okay, so we're gonna learn more about this. Okay. All right. I don't think I'm gonna read too much into it because we can always look it up later too. I'm sorry, I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I was thinking out loud here. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Draco. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, so like almost like not being seen, right? But that's the thing about poetry, there's tons of things to take away from it, yes. I don't write cursive in school because the teachers can't read my text at all, and I have to rewrite. Yeah, I feel like my writing was always poor as well. I write in chicken script. Yeah, that's I feel the same way. I don't write well handwritten. The thing is though, through school I got really good at writing fast. Like I can write by hand really quick, but it doesn't look good to other people because it's just writing as fast as I possibly can. And I don't write in cursive because I actually find it slower for me, as I can write pretty quick without doing cursive. I can give you an idea of what to play. What about Lethal Company? I've actually played Lethal Company with some friends before. I've never played it on stream, but that would be another one that I would enjoy playing. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Yeah, Lethal Company, it's not fun solo. That might be a game though. See, like, I also would love, because like right now we have like a pretty small, tight-knit community with just like 5 to 10 people that are pretty consistent that come to stream. I think it'd be really fun to try to get some people into a game and try to like play with some of the community while it's still nice and small. And if we like grow as a community, it might be a bit harder to keep doing that, but I think it'd be fun, right? Like, even if it's just like playing a game like Minecraft or something like that. Play Elden Ring after. I'm doing it now. I want to play Elden Ring, but isn't it a super long freaking game? Like, I just did a 27-hour game, which was Hollow Knight, and I think Elden Ring's like much longer than that. Like, let me go check. How long it beats Elden Ring? I just want to know how long it is. Oh my goodness, 59.5 hours for the main story. I just clicked on the game, my bad. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Is there a way to go back? I guess not, right? I don't know if I can go back if I... Yeah, Minecraft, Roblox. Yeah, like, that's what I mean. It's like, Minecraft would be perfect, right? Because, like, if I could find, like, an online server to play on, we could just have, like, a group of people jump in and we could, like, see what stuff we can build, which I'll say I'm not good at building stuff in Minecraft, but we could just mess around, right? 400 for everything? Yeah, that's insane. Actually, it says completionist is 132 hours on average on how to beat website, or how long to beat website. Oh, there is history. So if I click history, oh, okay, that's cool. And soon to be left with nothing. Okay, I did read that. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. You're the builder? Yes. Okay, if we have someone who's really good at building, you can either teach me things or you can help me build something that doesn't look just like a dirt house. That would be great. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Of course. Meg. Hello, Meg. I don't know what you're saying in chat there. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Draco. Me too. I mean, at least I'm trying to write poetry, even though I would never really do that in real life because it's not something that interests me, but I'm using suggested time accounting for deaths, which there will be a lot. Yeah, but but the how long to beat website is like, it takes how long the average player takes to play the game if you have it on Steam or something, and it just calculates the average. It does also have like all styles of play, completionist, main plus side story, and then just the main story. And then it shows like what the leisure play style is. If you do leisure completionist, it's 282 hours and 20 minutes. That is a lot of time. That's a lot of time. All right, let's go to, because the next one that I liked was Natsuki, so we'll do that one next. Even though she's probably not going to like my poem at all. Question mark? Draco, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. It's just like, no. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta go share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Natsuki and Monica are opposites. If Yuri likes it, Natsuki won't, and vice versa. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Yeah, just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I know I read Natsuki and Monica, but I knew you meant Natsuki and Yuri. Horses can race. So hard-hitting. I think the point of the poem, too, is just... It's like it takes words that are so simple that a child can read it and understand what the words are saying, but the meaning behind the poem comes more so down to when you see different people doing things. Like I see this person achieve this person do this, but I can only do this. It's like you need to like realize that there's like differences in different people. At least that's kind of the way I interpreted it, but... Or maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I really don't care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, that's nice of me. Alright, let's do Sayori. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Draco. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Alright, let me catch up on the chat here. Oh yeah, I'm just joshing. You actually nailed the meaning of Nat's poem on the head. Really? Nice. I can do some analysis. I'm not completely dim-witted when it comes to that stuff. By the way, how do you feel about no Silk Song on Xbox Games Showcase? That's interesting. It's not on the showcase for Xbox games? That's interesting. Yeah, I feel like that's weird. I feel like it should be. I don't really follow a lot of the Xbox showcase stuff, but yeah, you'd assume it would be. No, Sierra, hello, welcome back. Playing a completely different game this stream. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of the other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Draco poem. Hell yeah. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feeling in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I feel like she has a crush on me. Do they, like, all have a crush on you? Is that the whole point? Or is it just, like, based off of the first words that you select? I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. What do you think about what did I say to send you? Spoiler, that's scary. You sent me something? I don't have my Discord stuff open, so I can't see it. I mean, you got Yuri's words, but I suppose you got enough words Sayori liked, and you get her dialogue had you written her a poem. Oh, okay, that's cool. So yeah, so what I did pick was a lot of Sayori and Yuri then. See? It's like I said before, Draco. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only real good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. I've never really known what this is about. Yeah, this is my very first time playing like this game or any dating sim really, so I'm kind of just going in and seeing what it's like. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, that made me laugh. I like that. I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I love the last line. I'm a breakfast person. It's funny because I never used to be a breakfast person, but I'm trying to get into like consistently eating breakfast more just because, you know, better health habits and just skipping breakfast all the time. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounded just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. Yup, the last line, man. At the end of the game, you won't laugh. Remember this poem, trust. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah, but next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. I need that on a shirt, just I want breakfast. Alright, so now we're on the last one. Hi Draco, having a good time so far? Aw, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until it's more settled in. Dude, this literally sounds like me. This literally, like this guy, this main character just has way too much in common with me. I feel like maybe it's more common than I think, and that's why it's like they picked a character that's so well made, but breakfast is the most important meal. I think breakfast is important, but I think lunch is like also a very important meal to have. I think like you definitely want to have probably 3 meals a day. I just realized how long Monika's hair is. Yeah, that's actually, she's got really long hair. It's just because the front, it doesn't go very low, but then it goes all the way down here. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Uh-huh. Don't worry, Draco. We're a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Draco. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. By the way, is your mouse cursor on for choices and things? I have it off, but do you think it'd be better to have it on? I don't want to like, because I do fidget a lot, so I don't want the mouse cursor to be very distracting for you guys. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it is just by feeling, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. How do you do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Definitely. Okay, I can turn the mouse cursor back on. I think I just got to go to, where is it? Capture cursor, hit OK. Let me see. Okay, there you go. So you guys should be able to see the cursor now. So it could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but it's always helped to find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Man, she hit the nail on the head with that one, didn't she? Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Everyone says that. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Alright, let's read it then. Ooh, this one's a bit of a longer one, eh? Hole in wall. It could have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Okay, that sounds a little messed up. Alright, alright. I'm bored again, but this time I prepared something better than playing ABC. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you just want me to fall into another trap here. This is messed up, so this sounds like someone was peeping in on her or something. Yeah. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Nah, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What about the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly, maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when we're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I do agree with that because I kind of have to do something similar when I work. When I do like software development, you kind of need to sometimes just start making some code and then see how it works, how it all, interacts and everything till you get it working. And then you go back and you just clean it up a bit. But obviously different type of writing, but same rules kind of apply. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Why did you say something? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns that poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Okay, I'm starting to get the condescending feelings. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, do I have a couple suggestions? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Draco did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. Or of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Save? Okay, I'll save. I'll just do, we have a lot of save points, so I'm just gonna do a lot of different ones. I'll just have to remember what the most recent one is. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Draco liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Draco appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Okay, now we got the bickering going on now. Just like, is everything okay? Or is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Draco started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Draco, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Draco. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Draco? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So this is where I should save, right? Can I save here? Nice, I can. By the way, this is how women act IRL, if you didn't know. Well, I mean, I could see some women doing that, but it doesn't mean all women will do it. I see you need a Bible. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm probably gonna just choose Yuri. I feel like I just choose Yuri here because I don't know. I have to basically pick now, right? And I kind of already started where I want to... It's funny though, because these are the two... These were the two that I was picking between at the beginning. Help me, Sayori. What does this do though if I click Help me, Sayori? Does this ruin my chance with like either of them or... I'm an atheist. I should have said that. I mean, we don't need to worry about what religion everyone is. Even though you're on the Yuri route, that still cracks me up. The Help me Sayori, yeah. I'm gonna go with Yuri just because I already kind of said I was gonna go that path, but we did save here, so we can always come back if we want to go back. But Probably won't, just saying it's gonna be there. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion's different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things and that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenched her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at the point of being defiant, and only because she can't handle the pressure, I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki? She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Sigh. I will say, out of that whole situation, I would have said that, like, and it was basically just opinions, right? Like differing opinions. Like, oh, the way that I like is better. Oh, the way that I like is better. There's no one way that's better, right? Opinions are opinions, and they become very subjective. So, I don't know. I'm a big believer in there's no correct answer when it comes to subjective opinion, because everyone's going to have a different answer. It's like when you ask someone like, oh, what's your favorite food, or what's the best food, right? And it's like, you can't really answer that wrong because it's all very personal. But if you say something that no one else likes, they might try to like tell you that you're wrong, but that's not how it works. It's very subjective. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri, how could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Draco, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. I know exactly what she's talking about. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Draco, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. That was so much fun. Let's just rinse and repeat, right? And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Draco, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yeah, MC is so dense. I know. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. So it sounds like MC is the problem, because he was the one just avoiding her all the time. Will you come back to play Pizza Tower? Came out with a full update. I do remember you mentioning that. It is on my list of games that I want to try to play. It might be more of a impromptu stream that I was mentioning last stream, where I might just, if I feel like gaming in the middle of the week randomly, I might just throw on a game randomly and start streaming it. So it won't be planned like these scheduled Sunday streams, but I do have it on my list for sure. Sayori, what about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinions, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. I can see? I don't say I can see? Yeah. Phew. You know, Draco, it's nice that I get to spend some time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. I like how I read sigh because it's like what it says there. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Oh ho ho. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to understand Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. You gotta go. Thank you for stopping by, TPC. Like I said, we will try to get some Pizza Tower in as like a random stream. So you might not be able to catch that stream because it's not going to be scheduled, but if you do notice that I'm online, you might be able to catch it. Otherwise, you can watch it back on YouTube. But thanks for stopping by. All right, so we have to do the same thing again. We have to pick some words. Now, since I'm going the Yuri route, because I've kind of already commit now, I'm not going to stop here because I feel like that would be just... I'd be messing up my own run at that point. So we're going to try going for the same types of words. So like misfortune is not the right word at all. Massacre, I know that one's right. I think flee. Yeah. Man, I don't remember which ones. Are these the same words as before? Tragedy, right? Or was it explode? Explode, yeah, explode sounds nice. Not nice, oh my gosh. It sounds right. Exploding sounds nice. That's not what I meant at all. Okay. So, incapable? Despise? Yeah. Graveyard. Unrequited? Brief. Dark. Oh. How is that not dark? Oh my gosh, okay. How would... I guess dark can be literal, just being like, oh, no lights. There's a word list for each of the girls online if you're interested. Well, let me ask, does it matter? I guess I should have saved, right? Oh well. If I'm still gonna try going for it, but if I keep messing it up... Which one here? Imagination? Existence... Sayori likes simple words that depict happy and sad. Okay, so I need complex words. So I want to avoid anything simple. So it wouldn't be tears then. Because I feel like that's too simple. So maybe like existence or essence? Jeez, I don't even know. Existence. Yeah, she likes horror-based words. Does that mean she would like the word horror? Yeah, okay. I can't remember what I selected before. I don't want to mess it up now. Okay, so then we have... I guess the most complex word here is like sadness or desire. Fear? Man, these are all simple words to me. Maybe fear? Darn it! Doki Doki. Yeah, it's Doki Doki. Welcome, Tia. I'm trying to do the Yuri run right now because I've already kind of started that. I'm assuming agonizing, that word. So I'm assuming uncontrollable might be a better one. Yes. Unrestrained? Okay. I feel like anger, maybe? Anger. Nope, not anger. I always forget. Dude, anger got me last time too. And I did not remember. Yeah, Natsuki likes cute words, but also apparently anger in there as well. You're gonna accidentally get Sayori at this. I know, I keep messing it up. I think Infinite. Yeah, Infinite counted. Was Inferno disoriented? Darn it, dude. I should have saved first. I didn't realize that like I was gonna have this much of a struggle. Wait, hold up, I don't understand this. You have to pick words that matches the characters, and if you pick enough of them, then it will like, that's like the storyline that you're going towards. Okay. Disaster, maybe? Dude, I don't even... Okay, disaster. The thing is, I want to try without just looking up a guide either, right? Like, I don't want a guide to tell me how to play. If I end up with Sayori, I end up with Sayori. Like, I don't care too much. Despair, Sayori jumps. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Draco. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? What? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Uh-huh. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you were not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means that you deserve to feel guilty. Wow, dude. We don't know what's going on. Uh-huh. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in the book as always. I wasn't listening or anything, I swear. I wasn't listening. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Draco to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, you're suffering a fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. That thing. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Uh-huh. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But You wouldn't have come if it weren't for those cupcakes. So if I had to trick Natsuki into making them, come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whoa, pwap. Kya. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is that a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Aw, Okay, I feel like there's gonna be some dark turns happening here. I don't know why, but like I'm getting that feeling just from some of the poems, and I'm starting to notice a couple things. Like, so Sayori apparently is always hungry, doesn't have money, so that's a possibility of something going on. Monica had a really weird poem too. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. With my first experience with the game, until I got context, I was like, that's it, he's lost me. How dare he do that to my girl? Yeah, I know, that's really mean, man. Just like, open that purse. Yeah. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, geez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Oh my god, she just loves food, doesn't she? Hey, did you just seriously do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. They're just like, that's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Draco. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Did I just read that right? Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What was she doing in the closet? Smiles sweetly and pushes all of the others out of the frame with her butt. Yes. Alright. Hey, Yuri. Huh? Ah. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. I just noticed all of them looking at MC at angle, but Monica just stares straight at you. That's true, yeah. Interesting. I didn't notice that at first. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Here, I'm going to move my chair a little bit so I can rest my arms. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. He's sitting there staring at her legs as she's doing stuff. I'm just saying, it's, you know, a little bit creepy. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. And Natsuki in the closet, she went to Narnia. Yeah, like what? She goes in the closet? Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's, Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Draco in club activities? Yeah? Come on. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Draco. Ah. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Cool. Her manga is in there. That makes more sense, because did they explain that earlier? Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Draco, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head? Nobody's perfect? We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Draco, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yes. Let's proceed. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Draco, do you like oolong tea? I actually don't even know if I've had oolong tea before. I'm curious if I would like it. I probably would. Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. I don't even know how to say that word. I just... In this case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even started humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyways. Ah, that's great, Yuri. I haven't said anything in a while, but I'm still here. That's okay, Nosira. If you're just here to watch as well, that's totally fine. It is a lot of... sorry, it's a lot of dialogue. So I am going to just be reading a lot. So I'm trying to make sure I take gaps to also look at the chat. Green tea peppermint are my favorite. I love peppermint. When they started adding like I love adding like peppermint to like just things like hot chocolate or even like coffee. I can add a little bit of peppermint in there and it tastes like amazing. I feel like I gotta type all the time, but I don't know what to type about. I know this one's a hard one to type about, right? Because unless there's a decision I can make, there's not really like any choices that you guys can like help me with unless I ask you guys questions. So iced tea is the best. I think iced tea is really good in like the summer. It's like the same thing with like people who love coffee. If you want some in the summer, it's like iced coffee is much better than just drinking really hot coffee when it's already hot outside. Coffee tops. I don't even know what I prefer. I feel like I like both. I'm not really one like if I'm in the mood for tea, I like tea. Like I'll go and I have tea, but if I want caffeine, I usually just have coffee. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Draco. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Draco, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my... your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture. Oh my gosh. Dude, is MC really this oblivious? Or is he like playing around at this point? Like, I just don't even get it. Peach used to be my favorite, but I love raspberry even more. Oh, we're still talking about teas. I don't mind the fruity tea, but I still think like I'm a very classic green tea type of person. If you have a really good green tea, that tastes amazing. Even the smell of green tea is just delicious. Yeah. Poor posture because of her big personalities. You know what? I'd be one of those people who say like if you have back pain from that situation, like getting like a reduction surgery is probably a good idea, because like back pain is something that will affect you for the rest of your life. Just saying. I'm gonna put that out there. I have terrible reading posture for sure. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. MC, I'm pretty sure MC is main character. So it's like me who I'm playing. Yeah, main character. I guessed that when you guys were saying MC and I said main character, I'm like, oh, that's, I connected it in my head. And I just kind of assumed that's what it meant. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I wonder why. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Huh? Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because I now need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Guy problems. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. The thing is, I'm like that. I don't like anything on my hands when I'm doing other stuff. Like, I can't really eat if I'm on the computer because I don't want stuff all over my keyboard and my mouse. I'm really sad because of a scene from this game. Yeah, we'll see. We haven't got anywhere yet. But Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But this means I can't stop her. I apprehensively place a chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Just kind of like, what? Draco, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You were just helping. That's something that friends do. Ever fed your bro chocolate? Not like that. Never just like, here, bro, just here, have this chocolate. You open your lips though. You don't want to get your hands dirty. I feel like if I had a really close friend like that though, I probably would. Like, I probably would have no chill and just like, it probably wouldn't be gentle. I'd probably just like, here, just like shove it in his face. But no, I haven't actually done that. She looks horrified. Yeah, I feel like we went a little too far there. Main character, dial it back a bit, man. You're a little risky, you know? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. It's gotten really awkward, actually. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But this time she knows what's happening. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Stop what you're doing. She gave consent to continue feeding her. Yes, she did. But the first time she did not. The first time she did not know what she was doing. Okay, everyone. I just think of, Futurama. When I see this word here, the owa, I think of Futurama when, where Professor Farnsworth is like, owa? That's what I think every time. Owa? Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Draco, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll just take care of the cups. Yeah, Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily cleaned up without so much of a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. But yet you did it again. They're like, we can't talk about this, but after it happened the first time, we proceeded to do it a second time, and that was when it got weird. Wow, what? It's like, I love it when that happens. Monica just blue ball in the steamy exchange. I know, right? All right, we have to read. Okay, we gotta read 4 more poems. I was like trying so hard to not mess up reading the poems because like they are a bit weird to read. All right, we'll start with Yuri again because obviously our amazing intimate exchange ended so well. So let's see what happens. Let's see what you've written for us today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Draco, this one might even be better than yesterday's. I improved, guys, even though I have no idea what I wrote. I just clicked on 20 words. That's how you write poetry, I guess. How did you even pick this up so quickly? I'm just that good. Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why? You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Why? Okay. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. That's sweet. You're just based, yeah. Did you know there was a 5th Doki? I know so little about this game, so I had no idea. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. That's fair. And besides, people who would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. See, I feel that too. Like, I feel like I'm pretty embarrassed when it comes to doing anything public. It even took me forever to want to get into like streaming and stuff because it's like, you don't want to mess up, but now I go with it. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri just sits there. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. If it's okay with you? Was that what I was supposed to be saying? I don't know. Yeah, if there's any spoilers, Power Flat Screen Universe, feel free to just remove them from the chat. I feel like I should. This way I won't see them, but because you should be a mod still, right? The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my windows. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Okay. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking symphony, but the enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hunger, curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. Okay. The moon increments its place or its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and safe. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I merely projected my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon became hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic. I don't know that Pavlovian conditioning? Yes, the Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Is this supposed to be like I'm the raccoon? Because like, so this poem's about like you feed this raccoon, you know that they're gonna always come back. It's not a good thing to do, but you keep doing it anyways. Or it could be the idea of feeding into a negative quality. You know it's bad, but you just keep doing it because you know there's some sort of security in the idea of doing it over and over and over again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I mean, I tried. I don't know how close I am, but I tried to interpret it. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Ooh. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Draco? Well, I guess I do. You're not wrong. I think the better question is, what do you think the raccoon represents? I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing, right? I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Draco. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. You know what? That is sweet. I will say that there are a lot of situations where I feel like even people in like friend groups, they can't like be their honest true self because they feel like they need to conform to that social group's standards. And this is almost like an exact situation of that, where it's like you have this club where people are all very close and friends, but you still don't feel comfortable being yourself, right? And it's sad to think about because there are a lot of people who enter that kind of mind space and you can't really be yourself. Now, I don't know any of the deeper meanings behind it. I'm just talking about as a more generic thing, but a little bit of Monica in my life. Oh my God, combo number 5. Got the mambo number 5. All right, so maybe I should just do Natsuki next. I know it's not going to be a good reaction, but well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good, but I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to sound just like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short of all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? No. I'm not doing that. And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's as talented writer doesn't mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Impressing Yuri? Oh, I would never. All right, let's go Sayori again. I'll do like the same order I did last time. Ooh, I like this one, Draco. Has some nice feelings to it. Ah, I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a good or if I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. This poem is not as good, but I'm not good at actually telling if they're good, you know? But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet? Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. That is the cutest way of like actually paraphrasing that. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Draco. I should go write that down then. I can read my poem now, okay? Or you can read my poem now, okay? Man, they just make them longer and longer, man. Because this poem had more words that Yuri likes, the game knows. Yeah, I know, exactly. At least I succeeded in getting more words for Yuri, because that was my goal the whole time, but I kept accidentally hitting the wrong ones. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from that shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay, I don't even know what to begin to think about this one. So the bottles are the part here that's probably like a metaphor for something else. But she's using something as a way to try to like make friends and keep friends, but it's not working out. And there's a situation where she says that the bottle breaks, it shatters between her feet, and then she's trying to think happy thoughts. So she's trying to force herself to be happy. She's trying to force herself to have friends by doing something. Don't know exactly what that is, but whatever she's doing is not making her happy. And there's something like in her head that she's trying to like make herself feel better about it. Not exactly sure what to take from this one, because there's a lot of things that could represent. What do you think happy thoughts could mean? I think when someone says happy thoughts, that's when something bad is happening and they're trying to force themselves to think of the happy moments. So it could be like entering like any sort of depressive or like almost like fearful state, and they have to force themselves to feel happy. That's what I'm getting like those vibes from. It's kind of interesting. Like, I'm actually really enjoying trying to decipher these poems, because it's like I'm trying to figure out, if I were to write these words, what would I mean behind them, right? But I don't exactly know what those bottles could represent. Like, it could be a literal meaning, something like alcohol, but I don't think it's that literal. I think it's way more metaphorical. Is it only me in the room eating and watching this? I have no idea. I can't eat while I stream, because then you just get a bunch of crunching in the microphone. You wouldn't like that. Holy crap. Yeah, dude. Okay, main character knows what's up. Holy crap. Sari, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? The best poem ever? What? I just went to get myself something to eat, so no. See, we got more people grabbing some snacks. I love it. I love it. What are you guys snacking on? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. Okay, so she's saying she's getting more in touch with her feelings. That's still, I don't know, dude. That makes me feel something weird is going on. It's 9:30 right now where you are? Okay, so that's pretty late. This is why I try to stream earlier, just for people, because I realize that a lot of people stay up really late to watch my stream sometimes, so I'm glad you're able to attend here. Okay. So she's been more in touch with her feelings, but yet that poem kind of makes me feel, I don't know. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Yeah, like it is. It's creepy. Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm not used to you being, or I'm so used to you being cheerful. You just ate Jammy Dodgers and a cheese string. I'm gonna have to ask, what are Jammy Dodgers? Is that like a brand? Oh, it's 11:30 p.m. where you live. Wow. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I meant to express myself this way. Or I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've got pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sari's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Oh, they're biscuits. Oh, okay. I know I've heard the term before. I just wasn't sure what they were. Yeah, you're not the only British person here. Yay! You guys are gonna have to explain anything though that I don't understand then with like the British slang or any like British brands, because unfortunately I'm just a noob in Canada over here and I don't travel much. Doki Doki is the best game ever. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it then. This is because I mean I'm honestly enjoying it so far. I actually really like deciphering these poems. It's kind of like a mind game. I'm trying to like fully understand what's going on. I'm pretty sure there are no Russian people here other than me. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's not like we ask everyone where they are. It's usually just time zones where I ask people just to make sure that I'm not streaming too late for people. Hi again, Draco. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. I want to share what you wrote for today. Sure, here you go. The thing is, I don't even know what I'm writing. I just pick words and then I get feedback on the words I picked. I give my poem to Monica. All right, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. No, I would never copy Yuri's style, specifically. Oh, Draco, did you watch the trailer? I did. I watched that, I think the next day after you sent it to me. So a lot of that trailer was just kind of going over, I think there were like short blips of like reviews that people were saying. And that's why like I saw that it's labeled like a psychological horror. So that's why I'm expecting some dark stuff to come out, but I don't know what it is. So it's like, I'm really excited to see how the story progresses and takes a turn. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. Okay. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Oh no, they're finding me out, guys. They don't know. They know. Everyone knows. I won't sleep just to watch you react to the stuff that comes later. Oh no. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. She knows. She's been the one who's like jumped in like 2 times now when, you know, we've been trying to be all like flirty with Yuri, right? I have to go soon because I got school. Oh, I'm sorry, Tia. You can always watch it back on YouTube, so you'll still get my reaction. But I hope you can at least stay for a bit longer. But again, don't stay too late. Like I don't want you to miss school or be tired tomorrow. So you gotta do. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one, anyways. Well, now we've been found out because we're like, what? No, she's already got a boyfriend? It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. So I find that her poem last time was already kind of like, so I don't know how it's going to be amplified now. She's giving you that knowing smile as her skirt flips up. It's just conveniently hidden by the text boxes. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, yeah, see, things are gonna save me is the first words. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless... I don't know that word. Cacophony? Of meaningless noise. That noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Okay. So I want to at least try to give what my impressions are before we get deeper into it, because I feel like this could be cool for you guys too, to see where my mind is. So the first word being save me makes me feel like she feels like she's in a state of meaninglessness, because you see that word happen a couple times. Meaningless, meaningless. And she mentions endless. So it's like saying something is endlessly meaningless. But I don't know what I don't really understand the colors. Bright, beautiful colors. Unless it's something about like, it says red, green, and blue. I don't know what colors like those three associate with. Oh, is there more? Load me? Okay. So, yes, she's definitely going through some stuff. And this I associate to a weapon and meaninglessness. Save me. And then, yeah, load me. But I don't know what these colors associate with. I don't know. These could just be fairly metaphorical colors, but like first I saw red and blue and I'm like, oh, maybe there's like family members dealing with like legal issues, right? Like a police car is constantly going on or wherever she is, but I would be reading into it too much there. But there's definitely obvious things here with the save me, the load me, meaninglessness. It's endless, and then meaninglessness comes up a lot. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Dude, I'm so oblivious. I mean, like, everyone's oblivious, no? Because if we're sharing our poems with everybody, why am I the only one that's concerned here? And I'm just like a third-party witness. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know what you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That was my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone, we're all done here. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could just sit at the front of the room. This is about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can even put anything together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Yay, that sounds like fun. Performing? Not even the words coming out. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to be choosing a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the posters, a poster, holds it up for us to see. I thought it was just like, well, who's been coloring them? Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? I mean, it's kind of last minute. Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Do you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? You know I do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in her mind, or in mind for herself. Ugh. Yeah, you hated doing presentations on your own at school. I loathed doing presentations at school. Every year they did speeches for I think it was my grade school. Like once you hit a certain grade, every year was like a speech. And I think it wasn't until I got into high school where I was like just praying I didn't get a certain teacher for English, because one specific teacher did like speeches. Like they had like a full class on speeches and everything. And I was like, I don't want that teacher. I don't want that teacher. I did not want to do speeches. I hated them. I loathed them. That's a better word. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes a recitation. The four of us applaud. My gosh. I feel like I'm getting worse now. I'm getting to that point where I'm getting hungry and I'm getting too impatient. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? You know what I was reading though, like, or thinking is like, since they recite their poems to one another, how do they not like start to notice some of these like deeper meanings behind some of these poems? So like, man, I'm really thinking like, how do they not know like if they're reading Monica's poem that like something is weird going on? Oh, you put SOS in Morse code. Okay, I'll go next. What? Oh, what? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Yuri is determined? Dude, that's gonna be a joke forever. Just, she's determined. Bro, what in the H are you playing? I am playing Doki Doki Literature Club. It's actually a really good game. It's been really cool so far. You can't judge the game by what you're seeing right now. You have to like either go back and watch some of it or keep watching, because there's deeper meanings to like all the stuff going on right now. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds a poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks over to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like we're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Draco liked it. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? Even I liked it. I guess that's a good sign. Dude, I am the main character. I just am the main character. Dude. Word for word, what I just said. It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, deepening on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? She's just like sitting there, just upset, like, don't make me go before Drake. I don't even know what my poem is, guys. Were you just an M7? Were you just the main character in the past life? I swear, dude, I'm just in this character's mindset. I'm either just so invested in it that my mindset's the same, or I have way more in common with him than I think. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Draco lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. Yuri, hello! What are the odds that this is the run, that we are going for the Yuri run? I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it much, or so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's fair. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Nah, bro, I feel bad for you. I'm a sub and leave. You don't have to stay if you don't want to, but I will tell you that there's some deeper meanings to it. Like some of the previous poems we read, it's like we know that there's some dark meanings to some of them, or at least I'm getting that impression. Yuri, how are you guys? It's my first time here. I will let you know that I'm doing great, and welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. This is my first time playing Doki Doki Literature Club, so I hope you enjoy it. Maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. That's like the most why are you doing this? Thanks for the sub. I'm not gonna say this name wrong. Gerasimos Grigoritos. Is that Gerasimos? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well with spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming together. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? Junes, hello, thank you for following the channel. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be on your own. Or be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. That's true. If it's just a club, we could be able to read our own poems, right? Your first time part? Yeah, this is my first time trying out Doki Doki, so I don't know what to expect. We're slowly getting into the deeper parts of the story, so that's kind of crazy. Oh man, I need some water. I'm just doing so much reading. Oh my gosh, what? Brain just stopped working. This is just the OG one right now. I don't have the plus version, but I'm curious if I played the OG version and then if I do want to get the plus version, if I can just continue it or if I have to completely restart. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we will finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monica, but I'll do my best and get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica. Why does my character want to keep impressing Monica though? Like, it seems like my character's like talks about Monica a lot when I'm trying to go for a different character in this run. Doki Doki's not a long game. I don't think you'll lose much if you restart. Yeah, I probably won't. Once I know the story too, it's probably a lot more I can skip over quickly. And I don't have to read everything, but then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. You must be a little nice, though. Or must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Draco, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go. Oh, so I do need to restart if I want to play the plus version. But there's a fast skip button that will skip literally every dialogue except the choices. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I kind of like that. I like that idea. Man, I'm getting hungry over here. I didn't really eat. I had like a late breakfast, so I didn't have lunch today. So, but I want to at least try to get through one playthrough of this in the one stream, because I feel like it's not a long game, right? I walk home with Sayori once more. Remember when Sayori brought you to the club? He was already familiar with Monica and had a crush on her. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. It's funny because I said the first character was Monica that I liked, but I changed my mind as I got to know them. Man, I'm way too close to this main character. You need to have some qualities that are different than me, please. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Okay, I'm gonna save here. But because I'm going the Yuri run, I think we're gonna still pick Yuri. I feel bad for saying this to Sayori though. I feel so bad saying this, but it's like... we're doing the Yuri run. I don't wanna... Dude... I feel bad. Like, me as a person, I would not just be like, while I'm walking home with them, just be like, oh yeah, I would pick the other person 100%. Yeah, you might change your mind about your favorite character thing. Yeah, I've already changed my mind once, so I totally might change my mind again. So let's go with, I'm gonna just go with Yuri again. I feel so bad saying this, but walking home with Yuri, why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down. Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in this club is a replacement for you. If you say so. What? She's like, yeah, you won't need me anymore. Okay, he's here, he's just not talking. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. That was a weird question, but you can't complain about that when you trapped her the other day talking about a purse. Just like, yo, open up your purse. I just can't lie to her. But if there's something that makes me, or if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. So I have to pick, I'm gonna save again. Can I save? I have to pick, does it matter how many words? Poor Sayori, she gets no love. Man, this is such a hard game because I feel like, okay, it's not a hard game. Like, don't take my words out of context here, but I don't like being that person to turn down a bunch of people. I feel bad. So it's like, I feel like I just want to be friends with everybody and just be like, call it a day. But it's so difficult in this case. So if we want to go for Yuri, I think misfortune's a better word. Dude, I already failed. How is that? Can I load it? Load it back again? There is a point in choosing. I know I want to try to go for Yuri, right? So I want to try to get the words for her. So the words changed. So I think, dude, how can I not select the right words? Okay, wait, one more load. I'm not going to keep doing this, but like, how am I this bad? I know horror is for Yuri. Unending, I think, was also. Flee. Graveyard. Darn. I more mean that in general standpoints, since most people I see play this for the first time almost never go for Sayori. Oh, really? I was honestly thinking about whether or not I wanted to go for Sayori first, but because I feel like, I don't know, I like horror movies and stuff like that. I like that kind of genre. I went with Yuri instead. So like, I kind of just picked one. When you choose sugar, then Natsuki gets 3 points and she is the baker. Oh, and then Sayori will get 2 because she likes eating, and then Yuri gets 1. It's like that. Oh. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, so each words can give different values to each of them. So I don't know which one of these words would be after image. That's definitely not the right one. I think uncontrollable. Massacre. I remember that one. Definitely not that one. Oh my god. Dude. Wait, why go for her? Yuri is right there. Okay, but again, it's all objective, right? So everyone has their own opinions of who they want to go for. So out of all of these, I think Infinite? Yeah, Infinite was that one. Vitality is a Yuri word. Okay, Vitality. Is that the one I keep missing? Determination. Wait, who is Determination? I need to know this. Is that going to be... I actually don't know who that would be for. I don't know. Would that be Yuri? I think Wrath has a better chance of being Yuri. I think. Oh, I don't know. Determination is Yuri? Yes! I really wanted to click it so bad. Okay, and then we have Agonizing. These ones seem so simple. Insight? Excitement? Sparkle? Most people like Yuri more because she's got the big personality. That's not why I picked her, though. Oh my gosh. Everyone's gonna think that, but that's not why. That's not why I picked her. Yuri likes Undertale, confirmed. Yes. My kind of girl likes Undertale. That's how it goes. Okay. What? Oh, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the actual definition of vivacious is. I like her because she's tall. Yeah, that's fair enough. Is it vivacious? I actually don't know what that word means. Papa. Oh wait, there's despise as well. Oh, dude, I don't want to mess this up. Universe? Oh yeah, because she likes like a universe that, like in a book. She likes like a fantasy universe and things like that. Yes. Okay, let's see if I can figure out poof. I also don't know the definition of tenacious. Man, I'm gonna learn so many new words today. Charm? I actually don't know what you would get here. Tenacious, right? It's just a longer word, but I don't know the definition of it. I know her so well. I'm gonna go tenacious. And oh my god, some of these words I don't know what they mean. Effulgent? Philosophy, judgment? Oh, fantasy. Darn it! What? Didn't Yuri like fantasy? Did I get enough? Can I just go through and just get through this quickly? I missed the disarray. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know that would be that. We know that as well. Would it be this? Okay, that one. Explode? Oh my god. I don't know most of the words in that poem written part. You play the game in a different language, and trust me, I still don't know what most of the words mean in my main language. That's how I'm feeling, man. That's how I'm feeling. Okay, so this one we have... Would it... I don't know if it'd be anxiety. You're saying secretive? Okay. I want to try to guess it, but I feel like I don't want to ruin the story. And I don't want to have to redo all this. Tragedy, right? Or did I mess this one up before? I feel like I messed up tragedy before. Essence? Tragedy? It's tragedy, right? It's gotta be. I feel like this is, no, did this make someone else? Is it landscape? I feel like it's not tragedy because I feel like I clicked that before and it was wrong. It was landscape. I would have never guessed that one. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Dude, she does love Undertale. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you? And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Aw man, food sounds so good right now. Why is your first instinct to pick the Sayori words? You know what? I might actually be meant to be with Sayori first, but I need to go with what I already started. I already started it. Yeah, Yuri liking Undertale fills you with determination. Hell yeah. I should have advocated more for you to go down the Sayori route. Yeah. You know what though? I don't mind trying to pick my own route first. Just to see, like, this way I know what I would try to do if I actually played the game without too many, you know, like, comments interfering with my choices. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. How? Wait, what? Is that like a joke? Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Yeah, that makes sense now. It was a different joke. I'm not betraying Yuri. I said I'm going for that route. Question mark? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. Yeah, that joke did not make any sense when I was playing. Yeah, I feel like that's a joke that you would need to play in probably Japanese to understand? Or I'm not entirely sure. My girl is sad. Don't worry, Power. She's your girl then. It's all good. Now, I'm gonna say something that I noticed. I'm gonna first save just because when you look at, like, when we're selecting the words in the book, there's only 3 girls there, so Monica's not there, right? Now, is that because of, like, how I started the game, or is it not possible? Is it not possible to actually pursue Monica? And I feel like if that happens, there might be a fixed point in the story that's always going to happen with Monica. Don't know what it is, but I have a feeling that something is very specific with Monica here. That's different than the other girls. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Play the game. Gods be like, I'm trying to give everyone my ideas before it actually do it so that you know what I was thinking beforehand. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Draco, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? By the way, there's an auto button on the bottom. It's to going through the dialogues automatically. I know there is, but I feel like I can read pretty quick. And if I want to stop to read chat, I don't want it to go through. Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. Maybe I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Draco. You certainly know her a lot better than I do, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Draco. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been. You're so funny, Draco. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Good point. So she has a crush on me. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. Yeah, do you wonder why she's sad? Yeah, I don't know why she's sad. Main character just being completely oblivious to everything going on. I sigh and I sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh down so much? Your favorite girl is Natsuki, to be honest. She is so cute. Like, honestly, I could see somebody picking any of the characters. Like, I'm not going to say one's better than the others, but I will say that because it's all objective, there's probably one character that everyone likes the most. Have you seriously not noticed anything else about Monica? What do you mean by notice anything else? Because I've noticed some of her poems just kind of being, you know, your densest rival's MC. No, it does not. There's no way I rival MC's denseness. The weird thing about Monica has mostly been her poems to me. It does seem like she's always doing stuff, right? She's trying to like distract her stuff. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Like how the music switched. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I couldn't tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. By the way, you can right-click to hide the dialogue box. Yes, I did see that for sure. I did it on accident a couple times. Don't forget to save your game. I will try to save at any choice that comes up. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me, so I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Draco, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. By the way, what is the current time for you? Right now, it is 5:20 p.m. I'm in the Eastern time zone. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it all after all. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I notice her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. Did you just like, yeah, you know, maybe. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Darn, it's midnight for you here? Yeah, a lot of my viewers, I feel like I tried to stream earlier because a lot of my viewers were staying up till like 3 a.m. or something. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stream earlier because it's better for me and it's better for all of you guys. So Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, but I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. So, another awkward reading exchange. Nah, it's okay. Stream whenever you want. You can't just cancel time zone issues. Yeah, I know that for sure. But I want to stream more, but I think an earlier stream is better for me anyways, because when I was streaming previously at 7 p.m., it would already be like I'd be tired, right? And I'd just be starting my streams at like 7 p.m. and I'm like sleepy. Okay, ... Start our reading and immediately Monica's just like, okay, everyone. So I know you were mentioning something weird about Monica. She does have this weird, strange timing that she always hits, you know, that when we're about to do something different. Wouldn't call it awkward anymore. Last one, it was literally yesterday in this time zone, like what we're doing here, and it was pretty awkward, and we didn't really talk about it at all. So, I don't know. It's like more so that it's in a state of like unknown. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Oh my gosh, more poem reading. Okay, here we go. Man, I should have brought like a snack or something while I was streaming. Stupid spherical Earth. Why do we have different time? I know, right? Why couldn't we just have a flat Earth and then we could all just be in the same time zone? After you've fed chocolate to your girl, there's no awkwardness between you anymore. But I mean, if you never talk about it, that moment is still technically awkward, no? You need to have a moment to sit down and like discuss like, so what's going on here, you know? It's crazy how you notice that which people usually miss, but not the other thing. It depends on what the other thing is, because like I might have ideas in my head, but there might be a reason why I'm not noticing it, and I can explain my thought process once I know what it is. So, pick Nat first. Okay, I'll pick Natsuki. Oh wait, let me save again. I just want to save at like any optional steps for me to do Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Oh, I love it. I love it, dude. Okay. Should we like? I kind of want to see like Monica. Hi Draco, have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyways, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. Let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Draco. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You're certainly... Oh yeah, I just read that twice. You must really like her. That's... that's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, that novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality, they're just a bandage. And yeah, you say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. In the words of Dashi, next. Isn't Dashi the creator who does Mario Maker stuff? I really want to try playing Mario Maker one day on stream. I just got to get myself a capture card. The lady who knows everything. Okay, we're getting some more context here. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. A feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit of the sky. The twilit of the sky. I don't know what that word means. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Ooh. You're gonna head off? I will listen to some music and have a nice stream. Hope no one gives you spoilers. Thanks, Goons. I hope to see you in some future streams. I hope you have a great night. What can we get of this one? What can we make of this? So, from what I'm understanding, like immediately, my first thoughts, she starts talking about a lady who knows everything. Not sure who she's talking about, if it's about herself or if it's just a hypothetical lady who she assumes knows everything. But she gets down to the bottom here, and she talks about the lady who knows everything knows what she is thinking before she can speak, responding in a hollow voice, saying that she has found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. So she's saying somebody who knows everything is saying that there is no meaning or purpose, and we seek only the impossible. So it's like she's trying to... I keep forgetting you have two chats open. Yeah, I know. I try not to... I don't want to, like... I try to read the chats anyway so people have context on both sides. But it's hard with two platforms because, like, if I can't show it on screen because Twitch has their own terms of service. So I have to figure out what I want to do there. Okay. So I honestly don't know what to make of this one. This one's a bit more complicated to me. I feel like, so she says, and here I am, a feather. So she's not this lady who knows everything. She's almost talking about like a god or a deity who knows everything. But she proceeds to talk about how somebody who knows everything tells you how life is meaningless and will basically just blow you through the wind, as she talks here, as a feather. So letting you coast through life. The legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the tulilit sky. When I read this, it's like you're seeking a deeper meaning to life. Something like the last dim star, just your last hope to meaning in life, which is an answer to why, I guess, like a meaning, like for why you're alive, right? And then proceeds to say that there is no meaning. So a lot of her poems are very similar, talking about how there's no meaning to life. But this one's a real deep one, and I think there's a lot more meaning here that I don't understand. I will say, yeah, this one's complicated. I don't know if I know much more from that. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's why I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. That's true. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much time into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they will want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Man, Monica's are always so deep, man. I feel like I have to really think about it. And I feel like Sayori's going to be deep here as well. I feel like Sayori's going to have a lot to talk about. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Draco. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh. No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. No, what? Did you notice that? Notice what? What? Is there something happening? Because I'm just looking at the text. Is there something happening in, like, the background? Yay, I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. What Monica said. I don't exactly know what it is that I'm missing. Draco, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I will also admit, I'm getting hungry and I feel like I'm starting to miss things a lot more. It's official, you're the densest. Maybe. It depends on what I'm missing. I'll figure that out once I know the answer. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, what's the wrong way to, or Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioned that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Draco, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always had some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyways. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people, people you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me, they don't tease me for spacing out all the time, they don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. I'm not a know-it-all, Draco. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you, that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No? That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Draco. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Sorry, I'm missing the chat here. Words of Bayonetta. Clearly you haven't been paying attention. Anyways, getting the special dialogue because you're romancing Yuri right now. Yes, yes. I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be noticing. I feel like... something about Monica. I know she's real sus, but I don't know what it is that... Like, what specifically I should know that you're saying that I'm missing. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. This is another long one? Yeah. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. Okay. This is now talking about blue-green again. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows closer and closer, or closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds, he raises his arm. Time stops. The only indications of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green, my heart is amber. Okay, so this is like the part 2 to the first one. It's definitely like talking about feeling, warmer feelings, so happier feelings. Talks about blue and green light specifically. Then time stopping, which is more of like a romantic thing. Then you have only indication of movement, so trying to hide, so using the umbrella to hide. And now you know why Doki Doki is in the name. Yeah, that's fair enough. You got the heartbeats and everything. Okay, so basically it's like talking about hiding from... So she uses the umbrella to try to hide. But in the distance, someone shows up. They come. Time stops. And then, the pounding heart, the rhythm. And then trying to understand what's actually going on is overrated. Just kind of go with it. And then talking about how like a ghost is feeling warmth, so it's like feeling happy. So someone who's never really felt happy is starting to feel happy. Something like that, right? Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. So before I get too deep into this, is there something that I should know about Monika, or is it fine that I don't know it and I just keep going through until I see? Because like I don't know what it is that I'm missing. Do you dislike it? Oh no, of course not. I don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it was hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you, and I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I keep a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. You just need to keep a closer eye on her. Is it like actually looking at the character? Because I do realize that I'm just looking at the text. Honestly, I'm debating if I should like... I have a question for you guys. How much more of the game is there? Because I might, if there's a good chunk left, I might take like a 5-minute break to go grab a quick snack to eat and then come back because I'm getting really hungry. Because it's like, I think that I'm just getting impatient now because I'm hungry and I'm like, oh, we gotta get through this game. But I don't want to miss anything, which apparently I'm missing stuff. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is, once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You're like halfway through? Oh man, I'm only halfway through? Okay, maybe I'll take like a 5-minute break and I'll be right back. I'll go grab a quick snack upstairs and then I'll come back. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monika says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah. So before Monica says something, because she does constantly interrupt us, so it's like I feel like she's watching us all the time. I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Okay. Halfway is kind. There's a lot. Okay, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream this. Do you think it'd be better to do the second part in a second stream then? Or do you think it's something I could do within like the next hour and 20 minutes-ish? What do you guys think? Because if it's going to take longer than another hour and 20 minutes, I might just separate this out to a two-parter. And then next stream, I'll do the rest. Hey, how goes all the reading? The reading's going good, I actually think. I don't think I messed up too much. I'm actually just getting hungry now, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to... Again, all of this is Act 1. Okay. It's Act 1, but when I was looking it up, the base game, Act 1 is the longest. So maybe I should end the stream soonish then, and then just have a second part, because my original intention was like maybe I could finish as much as I can and like almost beat the game in one stream. But if that's not possible in the next hour and a half, I might end it a bit early so I can go eat something and then we can just resume it next stream. Would you guys be cool with that? I'm trying to think what would be the best way to... I think having a second stream would be better. This way I'm not trying to rush through this one. I'll try to find a good spot to stop. I don't want to stop it right here, but I'll find a good spot to stop and I think we'll end this stream. But okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I see what you guys are talking about. Look at her. She's holding her hand. So it is not the text. See, this is my problem, is I was just reading the text. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously. All of the time to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. Not much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. Is it? What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so... Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all of the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now, Natsuki's pouting too. Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit. but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you could make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changed as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Draco, the one who is truly useless. Yep, apparently. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Draco may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assist with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Draco to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't. Just what you think. Hey guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Draco to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though, jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah, Draco, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Alright. So, I am going to save. And I honestly think this is a good spot to stop because I don't want to dig too deep into all these different stories. I think that we have enough content to do a second part of this stream. Like to do a second part to this game on stream. So, I don't want to get too deep into it. There's still so much to go. And I think I'm already getting hungry. I think I'm getting lazy when I'm going through this because apparently I'm missing stuff now. I think I was doing pretty good early though, so I'm definitely missing something because you guys keep mentioning it, but I think this is a good stopping point and we can actually look into this again next stream. I believe there's enough game to do this again next stream, and if not, I can consider getting the plus version of the game and doing extra stuff if we have more time. But we'll see. We'll have to get there first. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed Doki Doki Literature Club. I think I did pretty well with my reading. I think I was actually able to keep it going for quite a while. It wasn't until like the last hour or so that I feel like I keep messing up. And I can feel my voice is starting to get a bit scratchy because I've been doing a lot of reading, and yesterday, I was up late with doing a lot of partying with some friends and family. So anyways, I think this is a great stopping point. There was one other thing I wanted to mention. I was thinking about, this isn't really related to my YouTube channel as much, but I was thinking about if I wanted to do some streams for other types of games, stuff that I haven't really done on YouTube, like MMOs and things like that I do play on my free time. I'm just not actually streaming it. I was wondering if you guys would be all right if you wanted to watch this kind of content. I would just exclusively stream that on my Twitch account. This way, like, I can do some extra streams when I'm just kind of playing games leisurely, but then I can keep my YouTube streams to like the content that you guys are all used to. So just food for thought if you guys are interested in it. I'm kind of thinking about doing that where I can stream some like MMO games with some of my friends that I'm playing on my free time anyways. But yeah, just like 3 times Monica said something awry with no second thought from you. Yeah, see, I might have to watch it back, but we'll see. I might be too lazy to watch it back. But anyways, if I don't get it and she mentions something again that's weird, you guys are gonna have to say something and help me out. Anyways, again, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm going to go grab some food because I'm actually starving. Is your Twitch name the same? Yes, my Twitch account. I believe I tried to link my Twitch account on my YouTube account as well, but it's just Dracohydrus, the exact same name. I believe it's, yeah, literally just Dracohydrus, no dash or anything like my tag is on YouTube. But yeah, just my basic username. I'm not sure if there's a point in separating everything in half. Well, the only reason why I was thinking about separating it out is because I don't think it aligns with a lot of the YouTube content that I'm making. Like because like, for example, like one of the games that I'm playing is the MMO World of Warcraft, which is nothing to do with any of my other YouTube content. And I don't know if people would want to watch that. So at least I could stream that to Twitch. And if people are interested in that, they could join my Twitch streams, but then I can keep a lot of my other streams very exclusive to this. Yeah, anyways, just food for thought. If you guys have any like recommendations or concerns, you can we can chat on Discord as well. I know Power, you're not on there. I can try posting in community post too when like decisions are coming up, but I'll figure it out. We'll see what ends up happening. Anyways, like I said, I'm actually like starving here, guys. But honestly, this game, I am loving it so far. Thank you so much for recommending it. I probably would have never played this game otherwise because it is not a game I would have thought about playing just because it doesn't seem like my style. But it's actually really fun trying to decipher these like poems and try to figure out what's going on. So honestly, thank you so much for recommending me this game. And I will see you guys next week. Hope you have a great week. Hope you guys have an amazing time. I will keep an eye out because depending on next week, I might have to skip because it's Father's Day, but I will let you guys know as soon as I know. All right, see you guys. I need to go get some food. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.